Hello, once again, all my beautiful Astralites. I hope you are having a great start to the beginning of your week here. The reason I called uh, this video "Win-dependance" is because, well, I like to think of it as uh, it's a combination of women's independence, so that's why I cleverly named it "Win-dependence." The reason for that is, ladies, we love you. We respect all that you do. Uh, some of you more modern women I'd say, are taking it farther than the extra mile. I'd say because, well, a prime example. If you're going on a date, and let's say it's with a proper gentleman, he opens the door for you. He takes out the chair so you can sit down, and usually we have no issue with that. But apparently there are some of you women that do, and some of you say, "Oh, uh, you're not, girl, you're not gonna believe this. This guy tried to steal my independence. This that." How are we stealing your independence if all we're doing is being gentlemen? And it's crazy because this is from some of these women who complain about finding a nice guy, wanting to do this and that, and then when you find one, you want to find something to complain about. And help me understand this, because I've seen this type of thing in there's a show on Netflix. It's called Mr. Iglesias. It's very funny. Um, I believe her name was Marisol. She would be a prime example. Um, and if you watch animated series called Duncanville, I keep forgetting her name, but she's played by Rashida Jones. For those of you who know which character I'm talking about, uh, you guys, some of you follow me so far. Um, it's crazy because we're trying to be gentlemen for you, and it's like doing that gets you spit in the face, basically. And on rare occasions, it's a literal standpoint, but I'm not trying to get on all that because that's something completely different. But anyway, and real quick, I also want to talk to you guys out there. It just TLC calls it scrubs, basically. Uh, some of you have got, like I said, some of you need to man up because there are a good majority of you guys that still do this. So you take a woman out on a nice date, right? You show her a good time. You're out to dinner, a restaurant, whatever it is, and excuse me. By the time the check rolls around, you're like, "Hey, is it cool if we split this?" Like, guys, I'm not 100% focused on some of these women who take it the extra mile. I'm also focused on you scrubs out there who still pull this. This ain't cute. Like, guys, where have we gone wrong in society? When I was growing up, I was taught to be a gentleman, hold the door open for a lady. Occasionally, uh, well, I never actually had a chance to pull a lady's chair out, but it would be a nice experience for me. I have to do it next time I'm with Juliana and everything. But you guys get my point so far. it's like when okay, I'm gonna say this as clearly as I can. We are not trying to steal your independence simply by being gentlemen. Because some of y'all just act snarky after we do stuff like that. It's just like, oh, I can get the door myself. Oh, I can pull out my own chair. I can get that if you just want to order your own food, but everything else, if they're just being a gentleman and uh, they're treating you like royalty, then what's the harm? Some of y'all need to take it down a notch. Ladies, I'm simply saying just tone it down just a little bit. And for you guys, I haven't forgot about you. Step your game up, especially if it's a first date. And don't give me that tired excuse saying, "Oh man, I didn't even have that much on me. I didn't know it was gonna be that much." You knew exactly how much was gonna be what. Don't even try that. Ladies deserve the royal treatment, especially if it's a first date. We call them queens for a reason, guys. If they, and if for those of you ladies, if you're going to be snarky or just flat out rude because somebody was raised with traditional values, then that's not the person you want to be with. It's just plain and simple. Because all you have to say is, okay, this whole chivalrous act, it's not for me. I don't think I can do this. Uh, Something along those lines. You know what I mean? Ladies, it's not just a clever name I came up with. It's not women's independence is not just cleverly named Win-dependance. You are actually winning when you are independent. You love yourself. You respect yourself. Just take it down a notch, or just find someone new. There's no, there should be absolutely 0% chance of reason of why you should act like that when someone's trying to treat you like gold. And in most cases, it's because of the last one or two guys you've gone out with, and that's understandable. That's really understandable. But here's what I'm saying: not every guy's gonna do that to you. So you shouldn't be snarky when you're out and about with somebody who's just trying to treat you the way you should be treated, because there are guys that actually appreciate you. And I really hope you guys are paying attention to this, because this is really important. It's going to help you in the long run. And guys, if you keep doing that, I was originally going to call this Dutch equals dumb, because there should be no reason, especially on a first date, where you're asking the lady to pay half. Only way a woman should have to pay half for anything is if you're engaged or married or something along those lines. If it's casual dating, you as a man, and I've gone over this in my indecisions video, take the first step. Otherwise, you're just going to lose at this game, fellas. I tell it like it is. If you don't like it, you can always feel free to leave my channel. But I'm always going to tell it like it is. And ladies, stop being so snarky. All you got to do is simply say, okay, this isn't working out for me. I don't like having to get my chairs pulled out. And for those occasions, if you tell someone that and they're like, oh, okay, won't happen again, because oftentimes you're still going to wind up with that person anyway. They're just going to respect your wishes. But on the other hand, you know what I'm saying so far? Because on the other hand, they're just going to be like, this isn't for me. I hope you find someone else who appreciates being treated this way, and this and that. I get it. But there's no need for impoliteness. And it's ironic because this happens at restaurants like every so often. Like very few of you will just sit there and pretend that you like the 5-star treatment that your date's giving you, when you're just like rolling your eyes and just be like, I do not like this 5-star treatment. Because this usually comes from some of the women who don't like being fed like a toddler, as some of them put it. They basically don't like mushy gooey stuff that some of you guys have grown accustomed to. Some of you other guys, excuse me. It's basically like, I remember that from The Ugly Truth with Katherine Heigl. I remember she was saying how she was being a control freak. There's some things that she doesn't like, and I get that. But where's all this unnecessary rudeness coming from? And this is okay. Let me see if I can straighten this out here. I know some of you guys get the point, but I still got a few minutes here, and I feel the need that as some of you guys still need to hear this, because if we actually learn from our mistakes, then where would I be aside from here? Guys, stop asking your lady to pay half or for the full thing. Unless they say that it is 100% not a date, that's when you do the half and half. That's when you decide to do the Dutch thing. But when it is a date and you plan to do Dutch, don't waste the lady's time. Because I know there's still some people who do that. Just fellas, there are more boys than men in this world today. We need to fix that. So really pay attention to what I'm saying here. Got my little cup with me and a little shovel spoon. This goes out to Juliana, who suggested I use it for stirring it up. I appreciate it. But real talk, like, we're supposed to show examples for the younger generation, and I haven't seen not near one improvement on the younger generation yet. it's like we still have this rebel mindset to the point to where people find us unattractive. And you're doing a substantial job. By the way, apologies for moving the camera so much. Still getting used to putting the computer on the suitcase here, but anyway, need to stretch my legs out. Like, guys, seriously, how hard is it to act our own age? How hard is it to learn proper etiquette when we're out on a date or anniversaries? Because I know some of y'all mess up on anniversaries. That is like the worst time to act a fool. And I'm not perfect either. I still make mistakes. And we got to do better. Some of y'all saying, "Oh, I really wish I had someone in my life to make me feel better and do better." Guys, listen to me closely. That is never going to happen unless you take care of you first. Because if you don't love yourself, what are you going to do with someone else? And admittedly, it took me a long time to uh, be able to even like myself, let alone love myself. Guys, I am here to teach you to do better. Otherwise, you're never going to be happy with somebody. Get your problems under control. Learn proper etiquette. Well, first things first, you should. Okay, so if there is someone you like, make sure it is 100% a date first. And I know whether it's a man or woman, whoever. I know some of y'all still do that whole last second thing where you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think this was a date? Oh, I am so sorry. I should have meant." Y'all do that on purpose. Y'all know what it was. Don't put somebody through that. How hard is it to learn how to act human? It's like it's a second language to us these days. Ladies, take it down a notch. I'm not saying the full enchilada, just a notch. Or just let them know that you're not into the 5-star treatment. You don't like having your chairs pulled out or doors kept open for you. And guys, pay for the dinner. Pay for the movie, whatever it is you guys are doing. And if they say they have a strict rule, even if it's a date where they prefer to pay for themselves, all I can say is respect their wishes. Because those are going to be the types of women who are like, who don't want you to even insist on having to pay for them anyway. Because then they're just going to be like, he must have thought I was kidding. I did not want him to pay for me to do this, that. Take my advice with a grain of salt. I say this to you guys every time. And it's like through one ear and out the other. And I'm not perfect. Like I said, I make my own mistakes. But I reevaluate my situation. I'm simply asking you guys to do the same thing. reevaluate your situations. Evaluate liking yourself and loving yourself. Otherwise, nothing good is gonna happen after that. Take care of your own situation first. Ladies, let us know what is up. And I'm gonna tell men the same thing because some of y'all definitely don't listen. Whoever you are, let them know what's up. Because otherwise, nobody's gonna be truly happy. Simply say, I am an independent woman. I am strongly independent, whatever. However you want to say it. But be respectful about it. Just let them, because we already know you're winning. Women, you win every day. You are one of the greatest carbon-based life forms given to us on this gift we call Earth. We love you every day for it. And men, start appreciating women more and stop acting like children. Because otherwise, they're just gonna find a real man to show them what true love is. Stop acting foolish. If you're going on a date, be the bigger man, or just be the man and pay first, or pay the whole thing, whatever. Don't do that, because this excuse is tired. Oh, I left my wallet at home. I didn't bring enough. That's funny because you usually go to a place where you know what the exact prices are. So don't even play that. Like, how hard is it to treat a woman right and show her a good time out of your own pocket rather than ask her to take money from out of theirs? There's no reason for it. There really isn't. And ladies, I get it. You want to be taken more seriously. I understand that. But some of you want to be taken too seriously to the point where you can't even enjoy a date because a guy is too much of a gentleman. Just reevaluate your situations. Women's independence, Win-dependance is what I like to call it. I hope you guys have learned a lot from this video. I'll catch you in the next one.